In our nation's capital, GOP lawmakers have set protecting women's sports as one of their top priorities this year. National correspondent Kaylee Gaskins with what Congress already has in motion.
In this first full week of the new Congress, Republicans reintroducing legislation barring transgender athletes from participating in women's sports.
We have a long way to go. We need Republican senators, hopefully Democrats with daughters who want to protect them. So let's keep this going when hopefully Congress can vote and make this permanent.
Senator Tommy Tuberville leading the way in the Senate. Representative Greg Steube sponsoring the House version. The bill, called the Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act, amends Title IX, prohibiting its application to those born male who transitioned to female. The bill defines sex as based solely on a person's reproductive biology and genetics at birth. This legislation comes as a federal judge in Kentucky tosses out the Biden administration's Title IX rewrite that attempted to redefine sex as gender identity.
It's a tremendous win for women and girls across this nation. It's the first nationwide injunction that has been imposed to stop the Biden administration from forcing a national mandate on all federally funded schools to violate the rights of women and girls.
The president and CEO of the National Women's Law Center, Fatima Ghost Graves, telling the Washington Post the decision displays extraordinary disregard for students who are the most vulnerable to discrimination. Transgender issues played a key role in the 2024 presidential election. Trump promising executive action on day one.
Somebody's campaign coffers really are struggling right now. So she gonna keep saying trans, so that people will feel threatened. And child, listen, I want y'all to
am
tell
no
me
child.
whether or
Do
not
call me a child. I am no child.
I want
Don't
to
even
find
start.
out
I am a grown
which
woman.
of those
I am 47 years
emails
old. I have broken
actually
more
have.
glass ceilings than
Chairman,
you
I
ever
am
will.
reclaiming my
Let's go.
time.
You will not do that.
Order.
I am not a child.
I am reclaiming my time.
If you want to take it outside,
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Order.
Point of order.
Order.
What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator of Gospel Chops and your host for this YouTube channel, back with another video. Now, y'all, Democrats seem to be losing their mind over this past election. They can't get over the election results, and y'all have put this little blackity black woman off in Congress who seems to have a loose tongue. Yeah, she's wedded to the plantation. But she seems to be getting on this mic in Congress and running her mouth, and it seems like she done caught a little blowback in recent times. She got on the mic and said, child this, baby girl that, and she throwing out all these ghetto sayings. Well, Nancy Mace wasn't having it recently, y'all, and she shot back and was like, yo, you want to take it outside? See, this ghetto stuff don't play in every arena. I know it works well in the hood. Y'all sit up and watch all these ghetto videos and movies and things about the hood, and you want to hold your Glock sideways. Listen, man, I'm at the range all the time with folks who will cut a dime in half at 100 yards. It's folks out here who are well prepared to deal with all your ghetto activities. They not scared by it. They not intimidated by it. And it seems like this woman, Jasmine Crockett, got to spouting off talking about child, and Nancy Mace answered it and said, look, let's take it outside. And she cut her mic off. She didn't have nothing to say after that. Well, it seems like Democrats are up in arms, y'all, because Congress has passed a bill and said, hey, we gonna rein in all of this transformer stuff, all this stuff y'all been putting out over the last 4 years, all the disadvantages that y'all have imposed on female athletes and young girls. We gonna reel it all back in. And Democrats are upset. They feeling some kind of way. They don't know how to react because the winds of change are blowing, y'all. And AOC even came out with a little something to say. She talking about, she said, trans girls are girls. Okay, AOC, if you gonna stand on that, then stand on it. If you say trans girls are girls, AOC, then I say hot dogs are dogs.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair, Madam Ranking Member. Here we are today. Republicans who have voted consistently against the Violence Against Women Act, who have taken away the right of all women to choose and have control over their own body, who, as women are bleeding out in parking lots across the country, standing there, allowing us to die, now want to pretend today that they care about women. And why? to open up gender and, yes, genital examinations into little girls in this country in the so-called name of attacking trans girls. And to that, today, what we have to say are two words: not today. The majority right now says there's no place in this bill that says it opens up for genital examinations. Well, here's the thing. There's no enforcement mechanism in this bill. And when there is no enforcement mechanism, you open the door to every enforcement mechanism. Trans girls are girls. And for all the folks that are so concerned, thank you for your concern about women for the first time that I've seen. I don't know about y'all. I don't know who's been to gym class lately, but girls, even if you only believe in two genders, I've played co-ed sports all the time. But what this also opens the door for is for women to try to perform a very specific kind of femininity for the very kind of men who are drafting this bill, and to open up questioning of who is a woman because of how we look, how we present ourselves, and yes, what we choose to do with our bodies. I know who loves this bill. Yes, bigoted folks love this bill. Assaulters love this bill. But also, CEOs love this bill. Because Los Angeles is on fire right now. And this is the number one priority this majority has. Thank you, and I yield back.
As you can see, y'all, we're dealing with a mental illness that has infected the left, even in Congress. Yeah. Shout out to those Republicans in the majority of the House who passed this bill that says, y'all, I came across this article. Let's read a little piece of it. It says, House Republicans passed a bill Tuesday to bar transgender student athletes from competing in girls' sports, putting the contentious issue front and center following an election cycle that saw it become a frequent target of Republicans. All right. The Protection of Women and Girls in Sports Act would amend Title IX, the federal civil rights law prohibiting sex discrimination in schools and education programs that receive government funding, to prohibit schools from allowing transgender girls or women to participate in athletic programs or activities designated for women or girls. We support Title IX. We support all the work that has gone into forming Title IX over the years, y'all. And we got to point out the fact that leftist women allowed this to happen. Let's just be honest, y'all. Let's be real about what's going on here. Y'all allowed men. See, y'all got so enamored with the left. You drank the Kool-Aid. You got so sucked into that plantation that you allowed men to invade a woman's space. Yeah, you allowed men to be better women than women. I need the women to stand up. I need the women to stand on business. I need the women to stand up for what they used to stand for. The specialty, the uniqueness of a woman, the thing that all real men respect, the thing that all real men understand, the thing that all real men acknowledge and appreciate. It's the way God made y'all. Don't let no man come in here swinging that thing around, telling you that he's more woman than you are. What have y'all bought into? What have you been sold? Seem like y'all have been tricked to the point that in 2024, you allowed men to be better women than women? No, that don't make sense to us. Jasmine Crockett, that don't make sense to us. AOC, that don't make sense to us. Anybody over there on the left that is addicted to that plantation, I need you to come around because a new day is dawning. Yeah, we got that little majority in the House, that slim majority. Pass this bill. Put some things in the law. Take it on to the Senate. Let the Senate do what they need to do. Donald Trump is going to be in office on Monday, bruh. Sign it into law. The day of correction has come upon us. Women are women. We love them. We appreciate them. We glad we ain't them. We respect y'all and we appreciate the beauty in y'all. Y'all can do things we can't do. Now, some things that we don't necessarily agree with, we don't necessarily understand all the time, but we still appreciate it. Y'all process information in ways that we don't. Y'all see things in ways that we don't. but you have been gifted with the ability to bring forth life. Gifted by God, and we appreciate that. We will never take that for granted. God bless all the women of the world and all the women of America who stand on business and understand that they not going to let these dudes come in there with all that testosterone and take over your sports, take over your spaces, swing that thing around in your locker room. No, we ain't standing for that. We don't want that for our women, for our wives, for our daughters. We don't want it. It ain't right. It ain't godly. It ain't American. And if AOC want to get mad about it, if Jasmine Crockett want to get mad about it, look, I'm rocking with Nancy Mace. Take it outside. Deal with it. Woman to woman, though. Not man to woman, not transformer to woman. Deal with it, woman to woman, and see who come out on top. And then we'll take it from there. How about that? Y'all let me know what you think about this. I'd love to know your thoughts on this bill passing and moving towards Donald Trump's desk as soon as he hits office. I'd love to know your thoughts. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video so we can get more people involved in the conversation, y'all. And like I always say, always remember and never forget, without the gospel, it's just chops. Until next time, peace.